Hello to YouTube, I'm back again. It's the 1st of December 2024 and I recently made a video showing you my initial thoughts on the new Durston X Dome. And also I told you about the kit that I had with me, which was came in at 9 kilograms to the gram literally, and it's well capable of going down to minus 15 degrees centigrade. So I'd just like to add that I'm ex-military. I did 15 years in the British Army and I was a forward observer. I was in the Royal Artillery, but I was trained to direct artillery onto targets using various different methods and different types of radios and things like that. And I also did forward air control as well, directing the Royal Air Force onto targets, and I've done training on what's called naval gun support, where you're directing the Navy. So I've operated in all sorts of extremes climates, and I've been down to minus 50 in Canada on the prairie there. There's an exercise that the British Army do called Medicine Man, and they're numbered 1 to 6, and each one is a 6 weeks live firing exercise, and it's the closest thing you can get to war without actually going to war. It's really intense. And Medicine Man 6 is held in their winter, and the time I was there last, it was down to minus 50. Everything frozen, the diesel, eggs, you name it, toothpaste, a lot. So I have, I've done a ice climbing instructor's course in Norway. Again, well in the minus 30s. I've been a joint service rock climbing instructor as well. So I've climbed in all different mountain ranges. Plus I'm a snowboarder as well. And, I've got a lot of experience in the mountains. So if I tell you that this kit can go down to minus 15, I'm not bullshitting. It's the real McCoy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a more detailed look at what that kit was, because obviously on my last video I'm sat in a tent and you can't really appreciate the full kit list while I'm just talking about it. So I'm going to show it you and explain it in a little bit more detail. So yeah, I've made a couple of minor changes. Super minor changes. Like one of them is I've swapped out the Rab Argon down trousers for this new type of down trousers that just arrived the other day. I got it off AliExpress. They're called Ice Flame. It's 800 fill and it's enough. It's sufficient combined with me Fairpoint leggings, and there was only 60 quid. And the good thing is that they only weigh 250 grams. So it's a couple of 100 grams saving on the Rab ones. I mean, the Rab ones will be more durable without a shadow of a doubt, but when you're in camp and in your tent and just mooching around camp, you don't need something that's that durable. Anyway, so I'm going to give you a look at it. So I'm going to just basically, first of all, talk about what I've got, and then I'll give you a closer look at it. So let's start from the top here. So when you arrive at your camping spot, first thing you want to do is get your tent pitched, and then you want to get your kit off that you've hiked up with, and then get straight into your warm gear. So you stripped off. What I first do is put my Fairpoint leggings on. They're very similar to Senchi. Got these from Valiant Peak. Then I've got my Senchi. I think it's called Ice Blue, that one. I think I've got 6 in total of these different weights. So that's a 90 gram. You get 60, 90 and 120 gram. And then on top of that, I'll be putting this sun hood. So I've got must have at least 8 of these in all different colours. They're only 17 quid. You get them off eBay. And they're equally as good as Outdoor Research, Easton, Arc'teryx, the lot. They've got a protection factor of 50 for sun and that. But I just like it in winter because I can make this. I can sandwich like layers of heat using that on my Senchi. So that's that. And then these are the Ice Flame down trousers I was telling you about. So they're really puffy, really good quality for 65 quid. You can't grumble at that. And then On top, got my Cumulus Mountlite. So this Mountlite, it's in the same class as the Rab Alpine, and this is much warmer. I mean, if you look closely, if you look at this bit here, it's got a zip shed or whatever you call that bit there, but on the Rab stuff you get this like nice material around the chin area, so it's not got that. So yeah, there is a couple of touches that Rab have got that are probably preferable, but it's just much lighter. It's lighter than the Mythic Ultra. It's not in the same class as the Mythic Ultra, but to me it's not far off being as warm, but it's a lot lighter. So I will put weights down at the bottom of the video. But yeah, it's got nice zip pulls on and stuff like that. I like these kind of elasticated cuffs, so they're not too tight, they don't cause any pressure, stop any blood circulation or anything like that. But got a chest pocket so you can put your phone in, your head torch or whatever. It's got a two-way zip. So when I'm in camp, I'll be putting them on if my hands get cold. These are the Montane Prism gloves. Rab do something very similar, same Pertex quantum, material and stuff. So they're great. And they've got primal off filling as well. So yeah, so when you're in camp and you're out at the rain, they're the things to put on if you get cold hands. I'm quite lucky, I'm lucky with my hands. I don't really tend to get, I don't suffer that much with cold hands. But one of the things I will say, and I highly recommend, is to get a pair of these. So these are the Temras, shower Temras they're called. So my hands are size 11, and these things they've got this fleecy lining. So what's good about them is they cost 20 quid, and when you've got them on, you can do, they've got a lot more dexterity. You can do small things like tying knots on your guy lines, and just playing with your stove, all sorts of stuff. And I tend to wear them mostly when I'm putting my tent up, when I'm pitching it, or when I'm taking it down, especially when it's cold and you're handling pegs and often wet materials and stuff like that, and wet aluminium poles and what have you. But yeah, I can't recommend these enough, honestly. They're predominantly made for the Japanese fishing industry and freezer type work as well. And but they've become really popular with ice climbers. So these are 20 quid. You can get them off eBay. But what I've just done is, because obviously, like, I'm a fashion guru, so I need them in black. So you can't be a fashion icon with mixed matching colours, can you? So I've ordered a pair in black, but they're 37 quid in black. So that's just me and my ego. Anyway, so that's them. And then I also carry these as well. I mean, I don't need to carry these, but it's just handy to have, because you never know when you might get your other things wet. But these are just Decathlon. Don't know if you can see, but they've got, what do you call it? These little things on the fingers where you can use your phone. So I think they're only like 8 quid or something like that. So yeah, so that's 3 pairs of gloves in total. But like I say, I could do without them if I wanted. So these beauties, I've kind of talked about these before, the Montbell booties, down booties. They are absolutely divine. You get them on your feet, I think it's 850 fill or something like that. And they're just little heavenly socks. So, and what I like about these, again, I don't know if you can see it, but they've got this skin-friendly material, so you don't feel clammy. It's like having another sock on. But before I do put them on, just to hygiene and stuff like that, I put these on first, the Smart Wool socks. So these are not the heavy-duty ones, these are just the thin ones. So you're probably wondering why I don't use the heavy-duty ones. The simple reason is they're too hot. So yeah, so I put these on because if my feet get too hot, which they often do, I can then whip the Montbell booties off and then just have these on in my sleeping bag. So yeah, so again, in camp stuff, merino wool beanie. It's a double-sided one that you can have it either that colour or the one inside. So yeah, that's what I'll have on.